Hey everybody, how y'all doing? I'm gonna give you guys a recap on the new episode of Rokka no Yusha, and I'll give you guys a little something that's been Never mind. I'm just gonna give you a recap of the new episode of Rokka no Yusha, which is on episode 11, second to last episode. Damn, dude. I mean, seriously, it's really going me nuts and bolts right now. So if anything else, let's continue. Okay, at the beginning of the episode, we have to it that Adlet and Flemmy are fighting Nashitanya, but not only that, they're fighting Godolph and Mora at the same time. And the fight is pretty gotten out of control. Flemmy tells Adlet to run, Adlet runs off, and Nashitanya ends up following him behind and managed to do a lot of damage on him, you know? And she was about to do the finishing blow on him, but Adlet managed to get his way maneuver out of there, you know? And he realizes the temperature is cold. And therefore, he managed to get out Nashitanya's final strike, and Godolph beats the cracking heck out of him. And they land in the body of corpses. And Hans and Shamo arrive on time with Mora, Flemmy, Nashitanya, and Godolph right there. And Nashitanya was pretty upset about this of what she done. And right here, we find out that that Adlet says it's time to reveal the failing plan of the seventh, you know? And therefore explains a lot of things about Adlet, mentioning about the temperature. It's like vaporization, you know? What makes a fog? Like, put a lot of heat on the water and then it creates a fog right there, you know? But, Adlet also refers back many episodes back where he gives out the signal along with the Fiend's ideas of, like, using someone as Yura or possibly the Saint of the Sun to, like, make a giant fog here and there. Adlet's evidence and analyzations has been really on point. And therefore, we have to it that Hans ends up finding a corpse where Adlet says, "Where's Rura right now? Where's the corpse?" And therefore, Hans says he found the right one, which Adlet might have pointed out possibly. Hans cuts open the beast's belly, and they find an old woman there, and it's actually the saint god or saint of the sun, and Mora ends up admitting that she was wrong and Adlet was not the seventh, and Adlet says, "Told you, I was never the seventh from the very cursed beginning, alright?" So, we continue on with the evidence where Adlet mentions a couple things here and there, and he was about to reveal who the seventh brave is. Which really got me going nuts and bolts right now, wondering what the hell is going on here, you know? I really don't know who to suspect now, like seriously. Because it gets me going like here and there. So let's go back to Adlet's analyzation and evidence mo going, you know? So we have to it that Adlet mentions about the fog being made into science, you know, and the sun has been getting really hot, and this is referred back to many episodes back. Later that time when Adlet came in, you know, the barrier is activated by that time. But later on, that seventh ends up activating the barrier once the time was correct, you know, which is really ridiculous. Because if the plan did not go so well, they activate the barrier and trap the Braves in there and make them go paranoia. And they actually wanted Adlet dead, which Adlet reveals, you know. So, after finding the corpse of the dead person, the Saint of the Sun, I believe, in the beast's belly, Adlet ends up mentioning a couple more things, and Mora admits that Adlet's not the seventh brave or something, so yeah. The evidence that Adlet gave is really complicated. It's really hard for me to fit it all into one thing because it's like science and then like mentioning about the weather here and there, which is really tough. And therefore, it ends off with the cliffhanger where Adlet says the seventh is, and then cuts off to black to credits. I'm like, you've got to be joking balls on me, you know? I really screamed out, what the freaking hell? I was expecting I was expecting something like this to come anyway, because like we only have one more episode left, so I don't know what's gonna happen, but I can guarantee it's really driving me crazy. One thing I will say though, this series has been very tense on me ever since I started, you know? I mean, I was getting excited here and there, but when it got into the other half of the episodes of Rokka, oh my gosh, dude, I was like screaming my butts off and so forth. Adlet is best boy, okay? Let's not admit to that. His evidence, detective skills, and analyzation is on point. So, until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So, I'm off, Azero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys in my Shimoneta recap review, okay? Peace out. Bye bye. Toot toot.